my interest was to tackle football in such a way that we minimize the amount of money that we spend on football to the detriment of the other sporting disciplines. So I wanted to resolve that first. Let people understand that, one, when you get opportunity to play for our national team, it's a privilege, it's an honor. You cannot hold the country to ransom for giving you that platform to show your talent and to tell the whole world that you are a footballer. Because if we don't give you that platform, the national platform, you will only be playing in your club.
I see.
And so many players are playing in clubs in Europe. Some of them are playing in better clubs than what our players are playing in. Their only ambition is to get opportunity to play for the national team. And in the past, the players play for the national team. Players play for the badge. They play for the flag. But today, it's money. What the hell does it mean for government to approve $30,000 as bonuses for players for qualifying to the next stage of the competition?
Doesn't make
sense? So that player, as soon as it doesn't make sense at all. In fact, to me, the ultimate objective of coming to a national team is to play for us to win the cup. So even if you do not qualify for the next round, your bonus should even be reduced. You understand me? Because the reason why we've called you is to win the trophy, the ultimate. So why should I get you money when you're moving towards the ultimate? Get the ultimate, and that's why I'll give you money.
Right.
If you're not able to get to the ultimate, then you don't even deserve anything. You understand me? So I thought that was where we're getting to after I was able to cut down on the budget or the amount of money that was being spent on Black Stars. We were spending close to $1 million on every Black Stars match.
I see.
As a country.
I want us to talk about budgets when we come back. Don't go away. We're discussing sports here on hot issues, specifically football, on the back of Ghana's disappointing showing at AFCON 2023. With me here in the studio is former Sports Minister Nii Lantey. Thank you once again for your patience in the program. But let's talk about that $1 million. You said your time you were able to bring it down to $1 million or cut it back?
It was $946,000 for a match.
Right.
And then the CD equivalent of almost about 500,000 Ghana cedis. So I look at the budget and I said, no, this doesn't make sense. In a country where people still need water, people cannot take care of their medical bills and all those things. So I went through with them, with my directors in the office, with the support of His Excellency, the President, John Dramani Mahama at that time. I discussed with him, and we're able to slash the budget of the Black Stars from $946,000 per match to about $500,000.
I see.
And then we're able to also slash down the CD equivalent to almost about 370,000 Ghana cedis. We did this so that we could save some money to take care of the other sporting disciplines. Because at that time, Ghana was doing so well in weightlifting, in volleyball, in hockey, but they were not getting any support. Boxing, for example, was not getting any support because 2-3 Black Star matches totally take out the total budget of the ministry.
I see.
So always the ministry was in debt. We always have to go back to the office of the president and get some money to take care of the allowances outstanding for the other teams. You know, if the 900,000 was for all the national teams, fine. But it was only for the Black Stars.
And for a match.
And for a match. So you have a debt for the Meteors, the Queens, the Princess, and the rest. And what they were doing, what was even much more sickening to me, was the fact that almost all the players were traveling on business first-class tickets. So if you have 4 players in America, they are coming down on first-class tickets. So, and the first class, you know, every ticket has a range. Depending on the airline or the travel agency, you could get it. So you could be in first class paying $2,000. I could be in first class paying $4,000.
True.
You understand? But they will go for the topmost figure, maybe 4,000.
I see.
But in actual fact, they may have paid 2,000.
I see. So while we are on the subject of budget, what goes into deciding how much a player gets as bonus?
You see, as a nation, we've not been able to take a decision on how much or what constitutes a bonus or allowance for footballers or to sportsmen in nature. How we must come to a time where we say, look, playing or competing for the nation is this. So at any level, if you are an athlete and you win a medal for the country, this is how much we give you. If you're a boxer and you win a title, this is how much we give you. Win a gold, this is how, so that it becomes generic and uniform. It becomes everybody knows. So when I'm an athlete and I'm going to run for Ghana, I know that if I'm able to get a gold medal, a silver medal, a bronze medal, this is what I'm entitled to. But we have a situation whereby somebody goes to win a gold medal, he doesn't get anything. Somebody plays hockey and wins the Africa Cup of Nations for Ghana. He doesn't get anything. He's only paid the per diem that was approved for him when he was in camp or for the tournament, but he doesn't get anything. But a Black Star footballer plays one match and is being given $30,000. It doesn't make sense. Great total discrimination among the sportsmen.
Indeed.
So we need to determine and say, look, for Ghana now, if you are called to a national team, whether it is boxing, athletics, swimming, hockey, this is the amount of money we are going to give you as per diem. This amount of money we are going to give you as allowance. This is what we are going to give you if you win a medal, a gold medal, or if you win a trophy, if you win a silver medal, if you win a bronze medal, this is how much you are. So it's determined. So at every level of our sports, everybody knows how much he gets. So the hockey player knows that the footballer is not getting more than him.
Right.
The boxer knows that he's not getting more than the hockey player.
That sounds good, but the fear some will entertain will be the fact that some good hands will look at the money and say, I'm worth more than this. I can't do this.
Nobody is worth more than the other as far as sports is concerned. You understand? We've all been given a talent. God has given me a talent in football. He's giving you a talent in boxing. I'm not better than you. You understand? As we see today, boxing has won more medals and more laurels for this country than football. Some athletes have achieved a lot for us individually than the whole team.
But is the investment into the sports the same when you take boxing and football?
That is where the issue is. Because one athlete goes and wins a gold medal. One boxer goes and wins a world title. Then he's given something. Meanwhile, the footballers go together. We spend 10 times what we spent on these other boxer or these other athletes, and they don't bring anything.
I see.
You understand?
I see. So understand.
We have not given any boxer who has won a world title $900,000 before. But we're spending $900,000 on one match of Black Stars. It doesn't make sense.
And this $946,000 in your time was paying for other expenses other than salaries or wages.
This is allowances,
to the sports people.
Allowances, tickets, preparation for matches, and all and the rest.
Okay, so you included technical team as well and all that.
Yes.
Just for the clarity, fantastic. But let's talk about the fact that we know the team members are going to be paid $30,000 as in bonuses.
That if they are qualified for the next stage.
Indeed, a qualification bonus of $30,000 would have been paid to each one of them. Meanwhile, we do not know the actual budget for AFCON. Why is there some secrecy surrounding the AFCON budget?
We know the AFCON budget.
What is it?
Well, I know that the minister, Alice, it's strange when I hear people saying that the minister says they can only give us the budget after the AFCON. So do we know? It's awkward. After
the entire tournament, or now that we are out?
You see, when the Minister of Finance presented the budget to Parliament, in the budget of the Minister of Youth and Sports was the budget for AFCON. You understand?
I see.
Some of us even said that the amount of money that I budgeted for AFCON was too much.
How much are we looking at here?
It's almost about, I think, 25 million.
Cedis or dollars?
Cedis. 25 million cedis. So we felt it was too much. And then we also felt that at this time when Ghanaians are being asked to tighten their belts, pensioners are losing their dividends and the rest. It wasn't appropriate for us to spend that much money on football alone. Because we also have the hosting of the All Africa Games. So we even argued about that one. But it was a budget. And sometimes the erroneous impression being created is that you don't want the team to be successful. But I don't see money being the main incentive for success. I don't think the Cape Verdeans are receiving anything our players received. Burkina, Mali, and the rest, I know. You know, we pay our players more than the English pay their national team players.